A lot of you guys told me that you actually seem to really like the videos I do where I just kind of sit here and rant at the camera for about 30 minutes. A lot of you are telling me you like it when I do that. So here we go. I'm now doing it officially in what is now a new series called Blowing Smoke. Welcome to episode 1. Technically. So I've done a couple like this already. But this is episode 1! So, here we go. Episode 1. And I do have a little bit of an idea of what I want to talk about. I mean, I've not scripted anything. I've not really planned it very much. I've just done the same usual thing where I hastily set up the camera, hit record, and hopefully say something entertaining. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, I thought for this first episode, as it's only a couple of days away, we should talk about the ban. Because the ban comes into effect on June the 1st, which is this Sunday. This Sunday. Now, I'll hold my hands up, right? I am nowhere near knowledgeable enough or qualified enough to talk about the fine details of the ban. I'd like to think I have a pretty good understanding of it, but as far as to actually talk about the ban itself, I'm probably not the right person for it. There's other people out there who are far more qualified than me. But what I can talk about is the effect I'm seeing the ban have already. Because it's already having an effect. It's not even come into play yet. And yet, shit is already happening. Stuff is already going to hell, and it's just going to explode on June the 1st. So, I'm going to start with what I think is the most stupid thing, really. The sheer amount of people who use single-use disposable vapes, the ones that are going to be banned, don't even know the ban is happening. And I'm not even kidding you, right? I have 2 specialist vape shops. Like, they only sell vapes within a 2-minute walk of my front door. And I am really good friends with the guys who work in these 2 vape shops. Like, really good friends. And they're telling me that the amount of people who are still going in there to buy their single-use disposables, even today, I was in there earlier today, the amount of people who are still going in on a Thursday, so what are we on? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 3 days before the ban kicks in on Sunday, they're still going into the vape shop to buy their single-use disposables 3 days before the ban, and they have no clue that the ban is even happening. No idea. Completely clueless that there's even a ban happening. And one of my friends is called Joe, who works in the vape shop, right? He was telling me that he's now getting sick of telling people the ban is coming in. Because the sheer amount of customers who go into his shop to buy single-use disposables that do not know about the ban is insane. He's having to inform and educate a hell of a lot of people every single day that the ban is coming into play. And I walk to the other vape shop in 2 minutes in the opposite direction and speak to Tom in there, and he tells me exactly the same thing. That the sheer number of people who have no clue that the ban is coming is insane. We're 3 days away from the ban, and the people who buy the products and devices that are getting banned have no clue that the ban is happening. The media's failed somewhere on that, haven't they? Something has failed somewhere. Yeah. And this is how bad it is, right? One of the lads has told me that he's actually used his holiday dates and he's booked off the first 7 days of the ban purely because of the ban. He's taking a 1 week long holiday from working in the vape shop. He's not going anywhere. He's just going to sit at home, but he's using his holiday hours to avoid the inevitable kickoff that's going to happen that first week of the ban. Because he knows it's probably going to be worse on the Sunday when the ban actually comes in. That'll probably be the worst day. Because people are going to be off work. It's the first day of the ban. They're going to be going in trying to buy stuff. He actually said to me he doesn't want to work that week because he doesn't want to deal with the sheer amount of people who are going to go into the shop trying to buy a single-use disposable vape that he knows will kick off because they can't buy them anymore. He's even told me that there's a few customers, and to be fair, from what he said, this actually sounds like a worrying amount of customers. He has told them multiple times about the ban. Multiple times. And yet every time they go in, they know nothing about the ban. And it's like, I was there for a couple of it. It's like I went in to the shop, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and this guy walks in, and I think he bought 5, I can't remember exactly what he bought, but he bought 600 puff devices. And my friend in the shop told him, said, look, in 2 weeks' time, these are going to be illegal. So maybe consider switching over to a pod kit or a big puff device, a 10+2. And it's like, oh, right, I had no idea. I didn't know there was a ban. So anyway, the interaction ended. And then a week later, so this was a week ago, that was 2 weeks ago, that first interaction. A week ago, I'm in there again on the same day. And my mate tells me that this guy comes in on the same day every week and buys the same number of vapes. Buys the exact same thing every day, every week on the same day. And I was in there and he came in, this same guy came in and bought 5 more 600 puff disposables. And again, my mate told him, hey, do you remember what I told you about the ban? What ban? The ban I told you about last week when you came and bought these. And I'd told you to maybe go and research some big puff things to maybe change it. You never told me about a ban. I don't know about a ban. I know nothing about a ban. And I'm stood there like, I was here. I remember him telling you. I know he told you about the ban because I was here. I witnessed him do it. And I'm witnessing him do it again now. Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious because this guy goes into the shop on Tuesdays is when this happens. So I'm kind of curious. I might go back to the shop on Tuesday and just see if he's there again. And just try and watch the fireworks when he finds out he can't buy his disposable vapes. Yeah. But yeah, when it's getting that to the point where the staff who work in vaping shops are intentionally booking the first week off after the ban in anticipation for the sheer number of people who are going to kick off, and they know they're going to kick off because of the ban. They're booking a week off work to avoid that. I actually don't know what to say about that. I really fucking don't. I don't know what to say about it. But yeah, that's the first thing about the ban. People are going to kick off. The amount of people who claim not to know about the ban, who either genuinely don't know about the ban, or are just so ignorant to it that they refuse to believe there is one, is insane. It's so insane to me. And the other thing, right, this is the other thing which I'm going to pull up about the ban. And I know I've said already I'm not exactly qualified or knowledgeable enough to comment about this, but there is one part which I am confident to talk about because I'm experiencing it. I've been in it, this next bit I'm talking about. I've not been in it, but I know where to get them. And what I'm on about is under the counter black market vapes that are not legal in the UK. Now, it's very rare that I actually buy one. If I do buy one, it's purely to put it on my channel and show you, look how good this fake is. Look how good this black market thing is, or how bad this black market thing is. And I usually show it on my channel to warn you away from it. But the problem is you can't tell these days. The fake counterfeit vapes have got so fucking good, it's almost impossible to tell a fake one apart from a real one. And I'm not even joking. It's like, I've actually pulled a few out to show you because this is something I did want to talk about. I'm sure you all remember this one. I've done a video on this. I've got quite a few different things about this particular vape. This is a Lost Mary 4-in-1, the one with the 4 pods that go in. This is a fake. It's not a genuine device. It's not a genuine device. And this one is one of the more obvious counterfeit devices because they've actually made a spelling mistake. There's a spelling mistake on one single pod, and that is the only thing on the outside, on initial observation, that shows you it's a counterfeit product. This is the worst case of a counterfeit product because you can't actually tell what is counterfeit anymore. You honestly can't. And I fell victim to it myself. I buy hundreds of vapes for this channel. Hundreds of them. If I walk into a new shop and see a new device I've not seen before, I'm going to buy that just so I can put it in one of my videos. And the amount of devices that I later find out once I get them home and I open them and start using them, the sheer number that I find out are fake is insane. I'll give you an example, right? This shelf behind me here with all the loose ones out, these are all empty shells now. I've stripped these out completely. So these are literally just empty plastic bodies. They're there purely for decoration. But one of them, in fact, no, not one, 3 of them on that shelf are counterfeit vapes. They're not real. Well, they are real in the fact that you can use them and you can vape them, but they're counterfeits. They're imitations of the real thing. Do you want to have a guess at which ones are the fake ones? Which ones are the not real ones? I'll zoom in a little bit. So here we go. I've got a Pixel Dual 12 at the back. We've got Hayati Pro Max Plus, Hyola Pro Max, Elf Bar 4-in-1. We've got a Starmex Mosmo. There's a Crystal Galaxy, Crystal Pro, Nexup Bar Nano, Voom, Ghost Wiz, empty tank with useless on it. We've got Ox Bar, Mass King, Lost Mary, and another Elf Bar. 3 of them are counterfeit. Do you want to have a guess at which ones? I'll point the first one out straight away. It's this one. This one is a counterfeit. It's not a real one. It's based on a real Elf Bar device, but it's not a real Elf Bar device. I picked this one up for, I think it was £5.99 in a BP petrol station. I'm not joking you. A BP petrol station for £5.99, and when I got home and opened it and started using it, I was like, something's not right with this one. Something feels a bit off. Because I've had these before. I've had the genuine ones of these before. They're actually all right. They're not bad devices. But this one was so weird when I was using it. It's like, well, something's off with that. And I opened it all up, and the coil was wrong. The battery was wrong. The tank was wrong. The sensor didn't match the ones in the genuine device. And it's like, this is a fake. It's a counterfeit. But the device itself from the outside and the packaging looked identical to the legitimate thing, to the real product. The other fake one on here, what I have, is the Starmex Mosmo. Now, this one is a fake again. Again, I've already stripped it. It's just an empty body at this point. But the inside of this is how bad this one was, right? The inside of this was essentially one of the original Elf bars. I'm not even joking. This was supposed to be, I think it was a 5,000 puff. And when I opened it, just to give you an idea, what I basically found inside it was one of them. So from the outside and just looking at it, you would have no idea that that was fake. I had to actually crack it open and rip its guts out to find out. And you're telling me that there's not a black market in vapes? Oh, hell yeah, there's a black market in vapes. A lot of the black market ones I find, I buy unknowingly. I don't even know I'm buying a black market vape. It's only until I open it and start using it, and I'm like, well, hang on, I've used hundreds of different brands now. I know what hundreds of different brands should be like. This is wrong. Let me have a look inside. And then I open it all up and it's all wrong. I'm going to drum my point home a little bit harder. Actually, a lot harder. These two are different colours, but these are the Instamax. I think these are the 15,000 puff or the 25,000 puff ones? One of these is real, and the other one is fake. Can you tell which one's which? You spin it around, right? Can you tell which one's which? Which one's the real one and which one is the fake one? No, you can't. Just by looking at it, apart from the colour because they're different flavours, there is no difference at all between the two. on the outside. They are identical on the outside. The only real difference is these are now both used to the point of being empty. They've got no more juice in them. The only difference now is that one of them is heavier than the other. The real one is heavier than the fake. This one is the real one. This one's the fake. And I didn't know it was a fake at first. I had no clue that this one was a fake. This one was the one I actually bought first. I found this. Well, actually, no, I actually did an unboxing video on this one. This one's on my channel. The unboxing video where I unbox this fake device. And if you go back and watch that video, I say in that video that this one, my wife bought for me, and she bought it in what she described as a sketchy newsagent's. And it cost her £18. £18. And then, about 3-4 weeks later, in the actual vape shop, 2 minutes from my front door, they get this one in. Now, I know my friend in the vape shop, he only sells genuine stuff. And it's like 15 quid. Like, hang on. I paid 18 quid for that one in a sketchy newsagent's. You're an actual proper vape shop and you're selling the exact same thing for 15? Something's not right. So I actually took this into him, said, look, I've got this. It cost me 18 quid from a sketchy newsagent's. And we're both looking at it. And it's not until we opened it up and looked at the tanks inside that we noticed the difference. Because the tanks are different. I mean, they do fall apart just as easy. The fucking things have gone everywhere now. But the actual tanks and the coils, when you open them up, look very similar, but they're different. Ever so slightly, subtly different. I mean, look at... You can see the difference, kind of. So it's only once I opened it up that I realised, hang on, the green one's a fake. And when I actually stripped this one out, stripped out the body, because these things come out, you can remove these tank things. When I actually pulled the gubbins out of this guy, yeah, it was completely different. And I actually went back to my friend in the vape shop just to confirm, and I bought another one. This is a different flavour. So I've got 3 of these now. 2 of them are real, one of them's fake. I've opened the 2 real ones, and they're the same inside. The 2 I got from my friend in the vape shop, exactly the same. This one is essentially a rechargeable elf bar. It's just an elf bar, the same thing I've shown you before, the single-use disposable. The battery in this is basically the battery what's in that. It just has a very shitty recharge circuit in it. Yeah. The black market for vapes is already a huge problem. Massive fucking problem. And once the ban hits, that black market is going to fucking explode. I guarantee it. Because the amount of people who still use vapes like these are your 600 puff disposables. The amount of people who still use vapes like these will still be able to get them after the ban. They'll just need to know where to go. And it won't be some sketchy back alley and talking to some dark, shady guy in a trench coat. No, it's not. You'll walk into one particular newsagent or corner shop on your high street. Have you got any of these in? Yeah, take your pick. That's what it's going to be like. And I read somewhere as well, you know what? This is the bit what makes me laugh, right? For the first offence After the ban, if a shop is caught selling those kind of vapes, for the first offence, they're going to have all of them taken off them and confiscated. And they're going to be hit with a fine of £200. 200 English pounds. That's not going to stop them. I mean, and then the article I read, when I went further down, it said if they are repeated, they'll have this same thing happen again and again and again. £200 fine every time they caught. But if they're repeat offenders, then it'll be jail time. But I'm like, okay, well, the article didn't go into how many times they have to be caught. Is it a case of the first time they're caught, it's a £200 fine, and the second time they're caught, it's jail? Or do they just pay a £200 fine for the first 5 times they're caught, and then the 6th time it's jail? What is it? You're not clear. You're not specifying. Your guess is as good as mine. So the ban's coming in with very, very shitty enforcement, and the only shops that are actually going to follow the new law are your genuine vape shops. The ones that do not want to be fined. If it's a sketchy little newsagent somewhere, they're not going to give a shit. They don't care. They will not give a fuck. The worst they're going to do in these sketchy little newsagents is, if you're a new face, they'll just say, no, we've not got them. If you go in and ask, no, we've not got one. If you're a regular face and they know who you are, oh yeah, here's a whole selection for you, my friend. That's the way it's going to go. The UK already has a fucking huge problem with fake counterfeit devices. A huge problem with the black market vape industry. And it is an industry. The black market vapes is an entire industry, and I will put money on it. I would quite happily bet my own personal money that the UK black market vape industry is at least as big, if not bigger, than the legit vape industry in the UK. I'd be willing to put money on that. I really would. Because I've got another one, right? One of these on here as well. I don't think I've shown you all of them, did I? I've only shown you the 2. That one is another fake. Well, I say fake. This one is a counterfeit. I haven't actually ripped this one apart yet. But I can tell that this one is a counterfeit because I bought this one in a sketchy little newsagent and I put it on the shelf to keep it separate so I know which one's which. This one came from a sketchy little newsagent. Cost me £15. And it was a shit vape. It was not enjoyable. It barely worked. Barely any flavour. Really tight on the airflow. It was a shit vape. It was like, oh, great. And then my friend in the vape shop started selling these for £12. It's like, hang on, they're the same. They're identical. So I bought one off him. And this one, great flavour, great airflow, worked perfectly, no issue with it. So I'm like, well, there must be a difference. This one is absolutely dog shit, and this one is actually pretty good. Sketchy newsagents. Again, I mean, there's literally no difference between the two. From the outside, they look identical. There is no difference between them at all. They are identical. You have no way of knowing if you're buying a counterfeit vape in the UK today. You have no way of knowing. No way of knowing. I mean, if you're lucky, you'll go into a sketchy little newsagents and you'll buy one of these vapes and it'll be absolutely dog shit, and you'll be like, oh, I can't use that, and you'll throw it away. That's if you're lucky. If you're not lucky and you get a bad one, you're going to suffer because you've got no idea what chemicals are in them. No clue at all. For example, this one, this fake Instamax, I couldn't breathe when I was using this. The other two, the pink and the orange one, or the pink and the gold one, no issue using them. Perfectly fine. The fake one gave me a full-on asthma attack. I suffered for this vape. I still managed to get through all the juice in it because I'm a stubborn bastard. But yeah. So guys, please be careful what you buy. Only buy stuff from a legit vape shop. That's all I'm going to say. Only buy from a legit vape shop. Be very careful where you buy them, because in the UK today, you really cannot tell the difference between a genuine and a fake. And I do foresee the problem that once the ban comes in, I mean, it's not going to be instant, but not long after the ban comes in, the amount of counterfeit fake vapes, especially ones that are like this, because these ones are so cheap and easy to make. So cheap and easy to make. It's like if I was to buy all the materials in bulk, I could possibly knock one of these together. I could probably pump out 100 of these and it would cost me £5 to pump out 100 of them. I mean, I don't do that because I don't build them. I've not got the equipment or the setup to do it. But I'm just trying to give you the example. Like, they're so cheap and easy to make fakes these days. It's so easy. And to make them look identical to the legitimate product, yeah, the market's fucked. We do need better regulation. We do. We don't need is a ban that's going to make it even worse. We don't need the ban that's going to make it worse. We really don't. Yeah, I'm just ranting now, I think, aren't I? Is that all I'm doing? Just ranting? I probably lost track of what I was saying a good 20 minutes ago and just been waffling ever since. I don't even know what I've said now. I haven't been paying enough attention to myself. But yeah. Right, so yeah. Don't kick off with the shop workers when the ban comes in on Sunday. Be very careful where you buy your vapes from. Be very cautious that you might get a very, very good looking counterfeit. And I really do predict that this ban is going to cause a huge fucking explosion in the black market vaping industry. It's already kind of happening. It's like if I just thinking about it. So that one. Right, I can think just off the top of my head, right? I can think of eight shops. And they're all little tiny corner shop kind of things, like sketchy newsagent kind of thing, that sell non-TPD compliant vapes in the UK now. So they're not necessarily fake or counterfeit, but they're not TPD compliant. And I know 8 shops in my area that sell them. And they're open about it. They're right there on the shelf. In fact, they also sell the illegal ones and fake ones as well. I might have already said that, actually. I can't remember. But they have no issue with selling vapes that are illegal, these 8 shops. There's probably a lot more I just can't think of. Yeah. Right, I've waffled enough. I don't even know if I've actually said anything worthwhile in this. I actually can't remember what I've said. I can't remember what I spoke about. Oh, well, but there you go. There's your first episode. We'll call it at that. It's been half an hour. 35 minutes, actually. It's been 35 minutes. So that's where I'm going to end the episode of Blowing Smoke, where you just listen to me chat shit for half an hour. Yeah. I mean, that literally is what I do. I'm just going to chat shit for half an hour in these episodes. Yeah. That's going to be it. So, yeah. With these episodes, I don't actually have a plan as to when I'm going to actually do them. Yeah, so I think with these Blowing Smoke episodes, I'm just going to be doing them when I actually have something to talk about. So I'm not going to make it like a weekly thing. So it's not going to be like every Monday there's a new Blowing Smoke. It's going to be whenever I have something to talk about and it's vaguely vaping related, I'm going to make one of these episodes and just upload it as and when I have something to talk about. That is how it's going to work. So I know we are on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on Rumble, hit the follow button. If you're watching on Instagram, follow as well. Am I posting on Instagram yet? No, I'm not. I'm not on Instagram yet because Instagram have limited me to 10-minute long videos. If it's longer than 10 minutes, it don't let me upload it. Just a point blank, fuck off. No, okay. So I'm not uploading to Instagram yet. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to do long form on Instagram. I am working on that. But yeah, YouTube and Rumble, subscribe or follow or whatever else, and you'll get more of these episodes. And yeah. Okay. Bye.